Hello, this is Steve Ingham, and today we're going to look at ways to unlock your product information using Windchill BOM reporting and analytics. First, let's consider some of the challenges faced by product development teams as they work to bring a product to the consumer. In many cases, investigating issues or trying to check the status of a particular program requires tedious searching for the right information. It may involve searching through multiple systems of record, each with a slightly different view of the information. Oftentimes, just finding the information is a hurdle you must clear before you can even begin to assess and analyze the issue at hand. As today's product development process gets more complicated, the hurdles get higher and higher. Today, considering these inefficiencies, product development teams are doing the best that they can, but unfortunately this often leads to incorrect decisions, program delays, missed deadlines, and increased time to market, serving to reduce the overall quality of the product development process. Windchill BOM reporting and analytics strives to correct these issues by providing visibility into your organization's product development data. Through a series of easy-to-use tools, stakeholders are able to find and analyze product information in real time, no matter what role they play in the process. Windchill's easy-to-use interface is the starting point for unlocking your product information, enabling a user to view traditional reports as well as advanced 3D visual reports. In addition, tailored reports and dashboards can be created easily to provide unique insight into your organization's digital product definition. Unlocking your organization's digital product information leads to an optimized product development process. Each role in the process can be provided with interactive ways to understand and analyze the digital product information needed to complete their task, unlocking opportunities for product improvement, cost reduction, and decreasing time to market. Let's take a quick look at some of the examples of these concepts in a demonstration. Let's open a browser and access the information we will use for our demonstration. The background will be this military vehicle. The first thing we will look at is how the standard user interface can be used to report on different aspects of product information. A great deal of useful information can be found on the Standard Structure tab. Rather than use the entire product structure, we'll just use a subset, so I will graphically browse to the Remote Weapons Control System located in the back seat. I'll select the display unit and navigate to its information page. Here we can see the structure of this item. It consists of a housing, some switches, and a circuit board. The first thing I might want to do is get a report of the items related to these components. I can do that right here by selecting the items I'm interested in and hitting the Show button in the ribbon interface. The system then grabs all the related items and includes them in my structure. I notice the circuit board assembly is flagged to be manufactured at two different locations, so let's use the structure browser to report on additional information. The information displayed is controlled by the View dropdown. As I switch the views, the system reports on attributes related to each component. I'll switch to a view that shows more detail. Here it's showing quantity, reference designator, and the sourcing status, make versus buy. If my role is someone who is tasked with lining up approved suppliers, I might need to do some further investigation. I can use the structured browser to report the details on approved suppliers. By changing the view, I'm able to get a report with the detailed information that I need. Since we are making this at two different locations, I might have different approved suppliers for each plant. I can toggle the view to add this dimension to the report by setting the sourcing context. One of the components doesn't have an approved supplier at this plant. The visualization gives me an exact idea of which component it is. As I toggle through a few additional views, the idea is that structure views can display a great deal of related information, from simple details like quantity used to intricate supplier costing and compliance information. This is a great tool for users to report on and analyze their product information. Views can be created, stored, and shared by using the Manage View selection in the View dropdown. This ensures that all users will have a consistent starting point for accessing the product information. Let's move on to some of the additional reporting tools provided in the standard user interface. An important aspect of the product development is understanding changes. Let's analyze some changes using the BOM Compare tool. I'm going to illustrate this by comparing the circuit board for approved suppliers in two different plants. The BOM Compare opens each configuration side by side. Changes are highlighted in blue, and icons in the center give a visual indication of what the differences are. Visualization is also included to give you better insight. In our case, the geometry is identical because it's the same product. The comparison indicates differences in suppliers. As we expand the structure, we can actually see that one plant is approving a supplier's part, but at the other location, they have flagged it as do not use and have included 3 additional approved supplier parts. Being able to look at and compare many different aspects of product data make this BOM Compare a great tool for understanding changes and investigating issues. The BOM Compare tool works hand in hand with Windchill's configuration management. Here I will now compare the latest BOM of this product with the product's first production build, which was captured in a baseline. First off, we can visually see that there are geometric differences. I will use the icons to jump to the first difference. I can open a pop-up which gives me a quick report on differences on versions and states. Here we see that the original build had the dash version of the bracket, and now the latest uses A. Again, we can see that all changes aren't necessarily going to involve geometry or structure. As I expand the structure out, we can see that the latest version of the board is using a different version of software, and that the latest version of software isn't yet released. As I talk to users at various companies, I find that the BOM Compare tool is one of the most powerful aspects of BOM management in Windchill. Now let's take a look at what some might consider a more traditional aspect of reporting in Windchill. The ribbon UI has a Reports drop-down that runs reports against the BOM. There are a number of out-of-the-box reports, and there are several ways to create your own. Here I will run one that includes an indented BOM with replacement parts. Windchill offers a direct integration to the Cognos Business Intelligence platform from IBM. This report's going to run through Cognos. This is a simple report, but I have another example of a report that is more advanced and takes advantage of some of the nice tools available with Cognos to manipulate the data. Now I'd like to take a look at another reporting tool available in Windchill called Query Builder. Query Builder has been a part of Windchill for a long time, but in Windchill 11 it has been completely rewritten. For those of you out there that haven't seen the great enhancements in this area, you should take a note and check it out. Query Builder allows an admin user to create report templates that can easily be deployed and run by any user. The reports are accessible from multiple locations in Windchill, including a user's homepage. The output is a dynamic report that can be customized at runtime. In this example report, we're combining part data and all related changes. Here we might want to reorder the columns or group the data in some fashion. With Query Builder reports, it's very easy for any user to dynamically add charts and graphs. The charts and graphs provide great visual insight. All I need to do is select the graph icon, and I'm put into a mode where I can easily define one of the many different chart types and add it to my report. Here we're just graphing the part state. Once I add it to my report, the graphs provide a drill-through filtering which can help me digest large sets of data. In this example, I select a given state and it filters down the report to show just the parts that match that state. The reports can be saved on a per-user basis, so each user has their own collection of reports that they consistently run to optimize their work. The reports are saved to each user's home page. And here I have a few examples. In this case, we're showing a stacked graph grouped by ECNs and part states. Oftentimes, higher-level users want to be able to quickly assess how the product development process is running. Here's an example of a traditional report that runs through the Cognos integration. This report actually leverages Query Builder templates to grab the data from Windchill, but then uses Cognos to do the actual report rendering. Here we're looking at all the change objects in the system and building graphs to show the current conditions. Cognos also allows a similar drill-through filtering, and there's actually a great deal of functionality available in Cognos. The key is that out of the box, the integration is done to allow Cognos to understand the Windchill object model. So let's shift gears and look at another tool that provides great insight into product information.